What do you want on your Subway? I'll have some onions, peppers, tomatoes, SARMs.
You see this sandwich? I put my SARMs on my sandwich. I'm about to hit the gym, be bigger than you forever.
To be fair, the man makes a good point.
You'll never compare.
Let's just say he made mincemeat out of his haters.
I just put the SARMs on my sushi.
Sorry, sushi.
Let's go. I'm about to stay bigger than you, get cut. You're always going to be small compared to me.
What 1 month of SARMs can do to you. But mate, in your other post here, you show the same starting physique as being in 2018, and this new post was in 2021. That is a long month. There is a worrying trend of teenagers taking SARMs for muscle growth, and it appears to be a new trend on social media where these profiles who are doing it are garnering a lot of attention, but in my opinion in all the wrong ways. And so my video, to be clear, is to project the message not to do this. Train naturally as a teenager growing your body. SARMs are a terrible idea for teenagers and against the very ethos of what the start of a fitness and health journey is. Consistency, natural progression, patience and trusting the process is a far better approach for teenagers, and taking research chemicals which can mess around with your hormonal system is just not a good idea. Having said that, and to be clear, this video involves teenagers who are at least 18 years old, so technically they're adults, and it is their decision what they do. While most teenagers would end up in a local GNC getting creatine in pre-workout, nowadays teenagers are getting drugs pushed on one of the largest social media platforms by influencers. The guys pushing gear aren't just in the locker room of a bodybuilding gym anymore. They got a platform. TikTok stars are pushing a new oral class of PEDs called SARMs. It's attractive to young kids because there are no needles involved. They are easy to buy online and technically legal. It is supposed to get you jacked. Hell, if I knew about this stuff at 15, I probably would have taken it. SARMs are being abused and pushed on TikTok by some of its largest stars, introducing Bryce Hall, who is a TikTok influential with loads of young fans who does dances and hangs around with girls and stuff. And so he takes SARMs. He says he packed on 40 pounds of muscle and can't remember which ones he took.
Bryce Hall doesn't know what SARMs he took. #influencer.
He's one of those two, not sure which one. But to the focus of this video, SARMs girl. Lab rat, age 18.
Hey guys, it's day 5, and the only side effects that I've noticed so far are that I'm a raging
Hello, let's keep it Disney.
And more plates, more dates made a video about me, so.
He did, and he is a smart, analytical, down-to-earth guy, but you don't want to be on his channel because you're taking SARMs at 18. That is not the sort of publicity you want. And so my hope by making this video is that she may reconsider what she's doing, and that other teenagers who may want to go down this path may reconsider what they are doing. And she has chosen to present her information publicly, so I feel comfortable critiquing it. Hi guys, after years of being insecure, I started to work out to meet people's standards, which in itself is not ideal for longevity, but certainly very common to hear. Months later, I realized that all of the influencers on social media lie, getting something or taking supplements. Completely agree. That is why channels like mine exist, and other channels exist also to critique these fitness influencer shysters. These lies created impossible standards. I absolutely agree with you. They are a stain on the so-called health and fitness industry. I got fed up with seeing no results and chose to try something new. And so at this point, you said you'd been training months. So what did you consider as something new? Did you look at your exercise selection, your execution, your different overload methods, your periodization, of which I have videos all over my channel which could help people, and other YouTube people do also. There's barely any research on how SARMs affect women, so follow to see the ups and downs. And so this greatly concerns me. She is the epitome of the teenager wanting fast results and instant gratification, and prepared to risk her health for it.
And these are the sorts of posts that may influence people to go down this route.
In contrast, I would say the issues such as improving your heart health, your longevity, your mobility, your flexibility, your balance, your muscle size and strength, your joint strength, all of these issues are a much better rationale for working on with your fitness journey. But being happy with how you look, of course, is another valid reason. But just don't do it as a response to what people are saying to you online. And this is her morning routine after taking her SARMs. And so, of course, this is an extremely troubling start to the day for a so-called fitness and health journey. This is not a sustainable fitness lifestyle. This is indeed an unhealthy relationship with a body recomposition journey.
I'm just TikTok to address your guys' concerns because you clearly care very much about my health and well-being, so thank you.
And so for sure, she will be getting some crass, unhelpful, condescending comments, but I'm sure she's getting a lot of common sense comments also.
First of all, side effects. There's not a lot of research on how RAD affects women, which is the whole point of this TikTok account. I want other women to be educated on the negative and positive side effects.
And so she's displaying a lack of critical thinking and a complete misunderstanding of what educating is, and perhaps would benefit from looking at the evidence-based pyramid. Your profile, to be clear, is right at the bottom. She thinks she's doing some type of personal research. It is not. That is delusional. Her information is purely anecdotal. Her opinions, her feelings, her experiences. That is not applicable to a wider community of people. You cannot take what happens to her and extrapolate that to women with SARMs, for example. These are her experiences being recorded for TikTok and being presented as education. And if that's where we are in terms of education, I shudder, but we might as well just pack it in now.
There's not a lot of research on how RAD affects women, which is the whole point of this TikTok account.
The rationale of, well, there's research lacking, so I'm going to make myself a human guinea pig is nonsensical. There is no professional research data being collected here. This is not a controlled environment at all. This is a girl taking SARMs in her bathroom on TikTok.
If my voice gets lower, I feel like I have a high voice, so I don't care much about that. But other side effects like swelling down there, hair growth.
She will stop if hair growth issues happen.
I will stop immediately.
How very dare you?
I work hard. I'm in the gym every single day for at least an hour and a half. I'm at the gym so often that I even got a job there.
So what are you doing in an hour and a half? Because duration per se does not mean an effective session. And I'm actually planning a video using real research to explain time-efficient training protocols. Could you look at your training protocols first? As I said before, could you look at your exercise selection, your periodization, your overload methods, all these different factors that you can think about, your nutrition, your rest, your recovery, your sleep, all before you even think about going down the SARMs route?
For those of you saying, oh, it took me years to get where I am. Yeah, I don't want to wait that long. I'm impatient. Sorry.
That clip speaks for itself.
And for everyone saying, oh, it's so horrible for you. So is everything. Junk food, fast food, drugs, alcohol. You see videos of people drinking, are you going to comment, oh my God, that's so bad for you? No.
Well, yes, I am, including people downing energy drinks. But what sort of comparison is that? If all those things you listed are not good for your health, then don't take all those things you listed.
So is everything. Junk food, fast food, drugs, alcohol.
It doesn't justify taking SARMs because the other stuff is unhealthy also.
In conclusion, to my body.
Completely agree. It's her decision.
Mind your own business. I'm here to just educate people and show my progress. Thanks.
But to be clear, there's no education here at all. There's no actual research data being collected here at all that could be applicable or extrapolated to other populations. It is an anecdotal profile which helps no one. And so I want to put something else forward at this point. One issue you have to consider with SARMs is that it's a completely unregulated market. This guy is the poster boy for them, enough said. And so this piece of research from 2017 is highly interesting, although for balance, it was a limited study in terms of their sample size. But trust me when I say that fitness companies will sell you anything to make money. And this piece of research highlights the fact that what people thought they were getting in the SARMs bottles were not at all what they were getting. And so what they did is essentially went through many products and looked at what was in them. In only 18 of the 44 products, the amount of active compound in the product matched that listed on the label. In this limited investigation involving chemical analyses of 44 products marketed as SARMs and sold via the internet, most products contained unapproved drugs and substances. Only 52% contained SARMs and many were inaccurately labeled. And so this research was limited due to the amount of products they looked at. And that's why they say it's not an exhaustive review. But they did analyze a fair amount of products, and many of them just didn't even have SARMs in them. And in addition, labeling and transparency was simply terrible. The Fair Packaging and Labeling Act requires consumer products to be labeled to disclose the contents and the product identity. For drugs, a listing of drug facts with potential adverse effects and guidelines for safe use are required. Of the products tested, some did not contain the compound listed on the label, and others contained amounts that differed substantially from the label. Nearly 1/4 of tested products contained compounds not included on the label, and some included a mixture of 2 or more compounds. Now, I understand that there is emerging research that SARMs may have some type of clinical use. Results from recent trials have shown mixed but promising results, and basic research continues to raise the idea that SARMs could be powerful and effective treatments in a wide variety of conditions, from Alzheimer's disease and osteoporosis to male contraception and BPH. But it is still not an approved course of medication for certain diseases, and most certainly for teenagers looking for body recomposition in their fitness and health journey, it is a simply terrible idea to take SARMs.